この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。
The office lady is the Oneesan's final form. I want you guys to say that with me. The office lady is the Oneesan's final form. End quotes Duke of Wellington. Now, I understand why y'all are here. We are sick and tired when the female lead looks like a 12-year-old loli girl, and the only reason why the FBI isn't showing up to your doorstep is that this seemingly elementary girl is also conveniently a 9,000-year-old dragon. So we are up in here trying to put aside this buffoonery, and we're gonna focus on the cream of the crop. They dressed in that Gucci blazer drip. They in that $260 Fendi sheer tights. They take initiative and they grab the MC's hand in only 3 chapters in. That sparks imagination. That's what keeps Elon Musk up at night. I present to you, the office lady. Also, before we get into these 5 A5 Wagyu steak meals, huge shout out to today's video sponsor, Buyee. But more on that later. Revy, shoot a hole through these motherfuckers. At number 5, we have Ase To Sekken. Now, sometimes you come across a series that unlocks a fetish you never knew you had before. For example, with Fate's Ishtar. You were never into feet, but after watching that Fate series, the next thing you know, you up at 2 AM watching a 7-minute video titled The Logic Behind the Love for Ishtar's Feet. This is what the series is, except it's around sweating. Q-in office lady Asako Yaeshima works at a high-end fragrance company called Lilia Drop. Now one day at the office, homegirl is minding her own business, then all of a sudden, boom! She gets kabedoned by the genius fragrance developer named Kotaru Natori. Instead of going the stereotypically shoujo route, Natori digs his nose into Asako's neck and he does the biggest cocaine sniff I have ever seen. Like, what in the Joe Biden is going on here? Come to find out, on one hand, Asako makes special concoctions on the daily to mask her excessive sweat smell. And on the other hand, Natori is always in the process of trying to develop new fragrances for the company and has a very keen sense of smelling. Then Natori makes a pretty crazy proposition. He said, for the sake of the company, let me smell you for the next week to develop a new product. So every day as this madman is smelling Asako, these two started to develop feelings for each other. I mean, it was bound to happen because this was a match made in heaven. Asako avoided people because of her wed ring with you precipitation problem, but Natori accepts her for who she is, especially because being around her inspires him to create the next new product. Honestly, this is an unconventional but very enjoyable romance story. I do want to mention that there are some not safe for work scenes in the series because it is seinen, but it's not overly explicit. I just wanted to look out for the younger viewers out there. I got you. At number 4, we have Ice Guy and Cool Female Colleague. This series is nothing special, but this is a cute fluffy series literally about a cool female worker and a ice cold salaryman. Literally, this dude is the descendant of Yoki Onna and has ice powers like Azdeath. Himuro has this thing where he activates his ice powers when he sees things he likes, such as flowers, cats, and lastly, kind people. Sitting across this Todoroki looking ass, we got a cool badass office lady named Fuyusuki. She's the type of character where she shows up at pivotal moments, does this flawless execution, and walks away like it ain't nobody's business. Like there was this one time where Himuro is working overtime and Fuyusuki is like, yo, you need help with anything? Himuro responds with, nah, I don't want you to work late. Office lady then responds with, okay, but don't work too late. As Himuro lets out a big sigh, Fuyusuki pulls up out of nowhere with that can of OCC coffee and says, stay hydrated, my G. These are the interactions I live for. It's that shot of wholesomeness. Apart from the priceless panel shots of the two MCs smiling, I also live for the random interjections of Saejima. Like the two MCs are all flirtatious and shit, and you got Saejima in the corner like, the snowmen are distracting. Hey, just another day in the office with gender-bent Elsa. And y'all, a quick word from today's sponsor. Many of the series I'm going to be talking about today have Japanese translations and only have availability in Japan. So I know you guys love them office ladies, but there is no way in hell you're going to fly all the way to Japan just for one single manga volume of your favorite office lady series. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today I have very exciting news because you guys could use a proxy service called Buyee, which allows you to buy anything you want from Japan. Using Buyee, you have access to these limited Japanese markets such as Amazon Japan, Yahoo Japan Shopping, Yahoo Japan Auction, and a lot more. How I use it is I copy and paste the series I want in Japanese, find the deal I want, and voila, Buyee does the rest. Once you make the purchase, they send the package directly to their warehouse, and from there, they ship it directly to you. And y'all thought this was it? Oh no. E-Man family, by using my unique link down below, you get a 2,000 yen coupon for your first time purchase. Shit. So if you wanted these 4 volumes of the Japanese edition of Isekai and the Cool Female Colleague, because it's only 1,800 yen, if you use my link right now, you guys get it for free. You must be out of your goddamn mind if you don't jump on this. Now back to the office ladies. At number 3, we have My Company's Small Senpai. This is one of the series where when you read it, you're just like, just get married already. Like the last series I introduced, Isekai and the Cool Female Colleague, each chapter is fairly short, but regardless, it still packs a heavy punch of wholesomeness. It follows a salaryman by the name of Shinozaki and his small and cute senpai, Katase-san. Pretty much the dynamic is whenever Shinozaki is having a tough time with his work duties, the small and reliable senpai comes through with that assist. My only thing is that whenever senpai helps him out, it seems the more her boobies are getting enlarged and the more Shinozaki's hairline gets fucked up. Apart from these two apparent things, the real MVP trophy goes to the chief, cause this mofo committed. At this rate, Booby Soft and LeBron's hairline about to get married. At number 2, we have Can You Keep a Secret? You know a series is goated when you open up with that Kaguya-sama Love is War narration. What is even better is that the female MC, Mitsuya, totally reminds me of Kaguya with that one-liner, "You slave to bureaucracy." Now we soon learn this Mitsuya chick is in fact in a secret relationship with the 28-year-old Tateshi Matsuga from the finance team. So Mitsuya treating Tateshi like a human scum is actually a whole ass act, and behind closed doors, she is a doting and shy girlfriend. While Tateshi doesn't mind making the relationship Facebook official, Mitsuya wants it secret for various reasons. Number 1, feelings would overflow. Number 2, this will lead to a personnel change within the company. And number 3, rumors would go around behind their back. So you could just imagine all the hilarious situation that emerges from this game plan. Things such as being in awkward situations like being in crowded elevators or caught by a superior while dating in public. Yo, I almost thought we were going to be hit with that NTR missile, but luckily it did not happen. Y'all cannot miss on this wholesome but also very hilarious series. I do also want to make a small caveat that there are some couple of sex scenes like Ase To Sekken. It's not overly explicit, like you don't explicitly see the ship docking, but it is implied. So keep that in mind when you read the series. And at number 1, we have Kijima-san To Yamada-san. This is hands down my favorite series on this list for 2 pretty good reasons. It 100% reminds me of My Love Story and Spy Family. This series follows a salaryman by the name of Kijima, who after a big accident when he was 25, he started to develop these Esper powers to being able to read people's inner minds. While this may come to an advantage for Kijima from a social and professional point of view, it doesn't help that he gives a very scary first impression when it comes to his stoic and big figure. Not only that, Kijima started to develop jaded feelings towards humans because he could always hear all of their negative thoughts. But then, we come across a S-tier waifu named Yamada-san. Not only is this girl filled with pure and wholesome thoughts all the time, she also has feelings for Kijima. My favorite scene is when Yamada-san is trying to ask Kijima on a date and she ultimately loses confidence and walks away. But Kijima, really being able to tap into her inner thoughts and sincerity, was like, "Bitch, where are you going? We going on a date."
That is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. I tell ye what.
Now the question arises, will these two officially become a couple, and will Kijima spill his mind-reading secret? Find out next time on Kijima Z. So those were my 5 recommendations. We came for the office ladies, but we stayed for the wholesomeness. Huge shout out once again to Buyee for sponsoring this video. Guys, please use my coupon. Love you guys. See you guys next week. This has been your boy Yee Man. Peace out.